last stream for a little while. Going to be out of the internets for a week or so, so I'm just going to do a little catch-up stream tonight and then make sure everything's set up, and then when I'm back I'll be catching up on all my auctions. Let me just check that everything's working. Yep, that's all good. There's World of Warcraft, there it is. Right, so usual routine, let's check what's in the mail. Ooh, what have we got? Let's take the expires out. So we have 16,000 in sales. Moss Agate, Volatile Earth, couple of gems. Those Defiled Augment runes I picked up from doing the raids in the Emerald Nightmare have sold. That's 186. Thorium Bar, that was a good sale. And then the Enchants, Crit Strike, Haste, Mastery, Versatility, and Claw and Strength. Good load of sales. Quite happy about that. So, let's have a look where we're at. Bloods are going down quite a bit because I've sold quite a few Fibrils and they take 8 bloods. Leylight's steady at 43, Arcana's under. Got a good stock of 9,000 silk. So that's really good. I can't believe that. Look, I purchased 10. Is that a million? No, that's 10,000. No, that is. That's 108,000 silk in the last 4 months. Not quite the volume of Rasheen and other people, but still. Oh, that was a T-Rex. That looked like the one from the new... Oh no, it's not. It's not a mummy one. That looked like the one that was in the new dungeon that's in the new expansion. Don't know if anyone's caught that. That looked quite cool, I thought. The Zandalari dungeon. Right, so let's have a look at doing a cancel scan of everything. I may take everything off. In fact, if I take everything off, then I can put everything on a 48-hour auction, because I know I'm not going to be around for a few days at least. Which I might do. Let's just check my operations, because they're all going to have to change. So that's obviously 48 hour. I'm going to go through and change everything to 48 hour, just in case it isn't already. Post, these are all 48 hours, so that's fine. 48 hours. Those 48 hours. It's going to be my enchants that I'll have on for less than 48 hours. 24 they were on. Let's change that to 48. Imbued silk weaves, fine. We're literally just getting everything set up for the long dark, as it were. Well, most of them are pretty much 48 hours anyway. So even though some of these are not going to be undercut, I'm going to take them all off and put them on. But I'll do the undercuts now, do them in a batch, and then I'll go back and do another load. Just take everything else off. It's got 210 pages. Wow, I can see where your time goes when you're a full-time goblin. It's just on all these cancel scans, and I guess the thing to do would be to do it in chunks. Do maybe one profession at a time, and do different professions on different days. That could work. Don't know. Just thinking about all the stuff I've got on now. It's a lot to manage, and this isn't even nearly half of it, really. And I wouldn't have had half of this if it wasn't for Gumdrop's kindly giving me his old guild bank. A lot of this stuff is all the stuff he kindly left behind, so mine's mainly just enchants and a few tailoring pieces. But still, as it was, very kind of him. So I think they're still over at Blizzcon at the moment, the TSM team. Looking forward to TSM 4 coming out later. signed up for the beta with a premium membership, so end of November I think TSM4 beta should start. So I'll be back by then. So looking forward to that. What else we got coming up? Well, the 7.35's coming up, so new raid coming, so I'm expecting a lot of good sales with my enchants. And they're doing the, I think they're doing the level scaling in the next expansion. Not expansion, the level scaling in all the other zones I think is coming out in 7.35, which will be really interesting to see how that works. Right, that's those lot cancelled. Ooh, we've got a lot of sales that's coming in. Look at that, wasn't expecting that. Critical strike, versatility, haste. Wow. So what have I got left? Quite a few auctions. Not sure how easy I can cancel all of these. I'm just going to try at the... well, this might take a while. Could do with a macro or something that does this. Not something I normally do. But I'm just going to run through these. I think that'll be the easiest. Get everything cancelled. And then we can put it all back on. I don't even know if half of this stuff will sell. Lots of jeweler's settings. Random stuff. Might as well throw it on, see if it sells. If it doesn't sell and it expires after, say, 50 times, then I'll decide something else to do with it. How many of these have I got? Loads. Okay, probably don't need all those on. Well, at least don't need them on. What is it for anyway? It's for jewel crafting. Probably don't need to have those on the auction. I'm not sure. Can't imagine those would actually sell. Transmog will eventually sell if it's good enough. Very variable market that, and very slow on a low pop server. But there has been some sales over the past sort of month or so. I think it's worth continuing with those. And some of these may or may not sell. Depends how lazy people are and how much they want it, really. Let's get all these off. The gifts. Gifts of Critical Strike is a lesser enchant, but still it's at 501. So I think some of these have sold. Not as much as the main enchants, but some of them have. That's 14,000, those gauntlets. It'd be nice if something like that sold. Here's the enchant weapon Mongoose. And the price has been varying on this between 5,000. Hey Ignis, thanks for stopping by the stream. We're just going through and doing a complete cancel scan of everything, because I'm resetting everything on a 48-hour listing, because I'm not going to be around for a few days, so this is going to be my reset day, as it were, to get everything in order. Ah, thank you Gumdrops for the host. I think you're still at Blizzcon, so that must be an auto host. You can use the cancel scan feature from TSM. I can, but I'd have to change all my groups. Can I cancel everything? That would be the question. Cancel all. Oh, there we go. Including ones which didn't post. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Ignis. That was me doing it individually, and I knew someone would come to my rescue and say, look, there's a button that does it. Awesome. Thank you very much. Well, that was easy. I'd be lost without you guys helping me. Well, that's much easier. I should have looked for that, really. Oh, there we go. That's a lot easier. Okay, that's everything off. Oh, I don't need to keep wheeling the mouse. That's them all done. Awesome. Thank you for that. And now, we've just got our sales that came through in the last... Oh, my light's just gone off. Just testing out a timer. Right. Who's this? Amteka has bought 2 critical strikes, 3 versatilities, and 3 hastes. So that must be someone with some ults. Definitely. Crit, versatility, and haste. I wonder what characters they've got. That'd be interesting to find out. But some good sales there. Right, let's go pick up all those auctions, because I've got absolutely loads. $290 in the mail. Wow. I'll do these in batches and then post them back up. I think that's probably the safest. Although, I should take this out, because that's in a group somewhere, I'm sure. Groups, is it in my herbs groups? Yes, I'm going to take that out of my groups because I want to keep those. And my fellwort I want to keep. I don't want to do those. That should be it for those. What else have I got in my bag? The sorceress stuff, I don't think that really sells. Frostweed, Starflower, that could probably go on. Right, let's go for... Oh, there's a skeleton here. Guess someone died sniping. Perhaps. Right, let's get all these on. There's a sell rate of 0.39, which is pretty good. Which one's that? The, what are we looking at? The... Sorceress... 0.39, the Frostweed. That's pretty good. So that might sell. Means that what is it at? What's the vendor price? 24 silver. So it's actually not much more than vendor price at 39. Ah, okay. Yes, I think it was a different one. The sorceress ones, they I seem to be collecting now that I'm doing all the Garrison bits and pieces. So I think those are just kind of like accumulating on me at the moment. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with all of them. Let's pick everything up. Hello, Ramu, my #1 cheerer. Doing fine, thank you. How's everyone else? How are you this fine evening? There we go. You sold a cloak for nearly $1 million a few hours ago. Wow. How much did you buy it for? Or did you make it? $1 million. That's loads. You can gift another Destiny 2 season pass. Ah, awesome. It's a good use of your tokens. You found it under a lorry. Fell off the back of a lorry. You sold your spring mount for 50k. Wow. 50k is a good sale. I don't think I've had any really massive sales. What's the biggest thing I've sold? Let's look at all sales by per item. So the biggest thing I've ever sold was some Tyrant's Greaves, which I picked up from some random dungeon run right back in the early start of my gold making career. I had no idea what they were worth, but yeah, they sold 103 days ago. So that's my biggest sale I've ever had, for 21,000. And then what have you got? Silkweave Cloak was the next biggest one. Crafting and selling tailoring items. I am doing a few. My mooncloth robes are selling. Flipped a pet the other day from 120 to 250. That's a big one. I'm trying to sell some of these cloaks, but they're really slow to shift. The Legion ones, no. I mean, the Knight's Dichotomy, I'm on my way to getting that, but I haven't done any Mythic Dungeons, so I'm kind of slacking on that one. I know I could do that once every week if I really sort of put my mind to it, but I haven't been doing that yet. But that would be one definitely to try and get going if I can get the quest going. What else have I got? Various bits and pieces here. A lot of stuff's going below min price here, so I'm going to have to just leave those. I haven't had a chance to get into cooking yet. No, I know that's on my list, definitely, Ignis. I haven't had the chance yet. But yes, cooking's a good one. Maybe when I get back, I'll have a good look at what I need to do for that. Right, slowly getting through everything. This time it wasn't you that asked. That's right. If enough of you ask, I'll definitely relent and make sure I get myself cooking. It's on the list. I promise you, it's on the list to do. I shall be cooking. Ideally, I'd like to have all the professions before Legion's done. Which I think is certainly doable if I put my mind to it. I'll have to level some characters though. I've only got a Demon Hunter really. That's near 110. I'll have to level up some more characters, which could be fun. Maybe that's a good way to test the level scaling when that comes in. That'd be interesting. You're gonna have one character with leatherworking and enchanting. At least sell the cooking items you can buy from the vendor. Oh, okay. Rest only have alchemy 600. So what would you recommend you buy from the vendor? Is that vendor in Dalaran? And you just post it on the auction house as it is? That could be interesting. Nearly there, I think. And another batch to go after this. I could do with organising the ones that aren't posting and putting those in my bank or something for the moment. Dalaran vendor, and you get some of all the different ones. Okay. And what does it cost at the Dalaran vendor? Is it just gold? Straight up gold, and then you put a markup on it? Check the sell rate before in the tooltip. Okay. Might be worth a little before we buy them in bulk. Okay. So is it basically making use of the fact that people are lazy and can't be bothered to go there themselves? I'd rather get it off the auction house. Just a small amount of gold and I get about 5 to 10 times more in the auction house. Oh, okay. There are some that aren't used in raid food. Okay. So have a look, see which ones sell. Lazy people are your best friend. That is true. That is true. Right. Post. Auctions are all going quite well. You have 2 guild tabs on your cooking character. Only for these mats because I don't like to buy them. Oh, okay. Right. Is the last batch of mail? Looks like it is. There we are. So everything's been taken off and is being reposted. Except for the things that are below minimum price. Oh, Northrend's gone below minimum price. That's interesting. 67%. That's pretty cheap. You could, in theory, buy that and sell it on for a 500 profit. This Northrend does sell. What are we at? Crafting cost of 806. I might do that. I might buy that one. Let's try Northrend. Let's just buy that one. Whisper him and ask him to buy it for 1100. I could do, but I'm going to go straight up and just buy it. I think. And then I can put mine on. That's like that's a true goblin, Ignis. You're doing a fine job with that tactic, but I'm gonna go for the quick option for tonight. But I like your thinking. Right, so what should I do with these minimum price ones, I wonder? Should I put them on at min price? Just to keep them on? I mean, they're all various bits. Let's see. Let's have a look at my bags and see how many haven't been posted. Right, so there's a fair amount. Oh, let's move all this stuff over here. We've got it all in one place. It was all of this. The leather, the ring, that, spell thread, and that. These were my... That one, distant army, can go over there. It's all of these, really. I could decide whether to put on at min price or just leave them as they are. Think. Hey Sephorum, how are you? Sephorium, sorry. How are you today? We're doing good here. We're just getting all our auctions relisted at 48 hours. I'm not going to be around for a few days, so this is me just kind of resetting everything, getting myself set up, deciding what to do with this lot first, whether to bother putting them on at min price, as the other people are below min price. I mean, the sale rates of some of these aren't great. 0.3 is okay. 0.28. 0.3. Doing good. Grinding away at work. Work. Off I go then. Do need to have the work. Try and have enjoyable work if you can. But I know the feeling. Right, okay, I'm going to, I think, put some of these on at min price and just see if they sell. So let's just run through my groups. I think they're mainly gumdrop stuff. So let's have a look at this one. And instead of don't post, let's post at minimum or normal price. IRL gold making, exactly. We do need real life gold. That's a definite. Let's post at normal price for that. Oh, we've got a sale. Mark of something. Trained soldier. Let's do a post scan. Let's deselect all. Let's do that one and a post scan. So let's get those on. There we are. What else have we got? This is all in single cell misc, ore, and tailoring, and tomes and relics. Well, that'll be because we've already got one on, haven't we? It's time for me to make a shopping list. Yes, I could do with that. Since you have only two small markets, it'll be easy. Okay. So shopping wise, I've got my favourite searches like this. So are you saying do more than that, and actually just saying, right, buy this and buy that in like a custom search with this? That could be an option. Or if I make a group and do a shopping, do I do a shopping operation? Could be interesting. Let's just get these auctions up first. I'm going to go through my groups. I'm going to post at, what have we got? Let's do tomes and change the post cap to 2. And pretty clothes, we're going to go for normal price. And old world region average, post at normal price. Mass DBM is normal. And do that one at normal. So let's try a select all groups, post scan. You do a shopping scan and spin the wheel for a bit and buying all your mats for 70% max. Okay. Well, sorry, I missed what you got, Sephora, and what was that? Picked up a Violet Sands recipe. Oh, excellent, you got it in the end. Well done. Okay, do a shopping scan and then it'll buy all the mats you need. Okay. Right, have I posted all of these? What am I left with? Spell thread, Azure spell thread, pearlescent spell thread, and the rings. What is the spell threads being? There, I think I put them just in the general tailoring. No, I didn't. Did I put them in the bags? No. Crafts. No, they don't actually have an operation for the spell threads. Okay, so let's make a new group. You need to make a group first though. Okay. Now you can finally make use of all your volatiles and true gold. Okay. Oh, ow, getting cramp in my foot. I'm just going to name this spell thread. Okay. Oh, that needs to go in. I need to click and drag that into there. Let's just get rid of that. Management, delete group. I'll just make it properly in. It's in my tailoring crafts. Operations. No, we needed management. New subgroup. Spell threads. How much the vendor mats cost for one drake? Right, here we go. Spell threads. Spell thread. Let's add all of those in and give those an operation. Override. Put it in my sell pretty clothes. I believe I got that at normal price. Yeah. Close. So let's do a post scan of those. So ancient, wow, ancient priestess at 2,000. That's super cheap. There we go, those three on. So we're now just with General Misc single. That needs to go on. General Misc single. Let's go to operations. Auctioning. General Misc single post. Change that to post at normal price. And what else are we missing? Old enchants, single. So let's go to operations, old enchants, single. Change that. That's normal. That's normal. I'll have to come back and change these later, but this is getting me going. 8k for 3, whatever item you need. You have so many level 90 characters and they all only have alchemy with transmute mastery. Not sure if you get engineering too. Well, it's worth a go if you've got the time to do it, I'd say, Ignis. You might as well. Right. Those last ones on. Now we're cooking with gas. There we go. That's much nicer. Okay. Peaceful, lazy, and inscription, and then I changed all their inscriptions to engineering. Ah, okay. All alchemy and inscription. And then you changed all their inscriptions to engineering. It's got a real batch going on there. Right. Okay. Let's see what we need to restock on. Quite a lot of things. Ooh, we're running out of enchanting vellum though, so I'll have to go get a load of that. Start with the easy stuff. And we've sold a Binding of Mastery. Okay. I need you, and I need to close that and go Enchanting Vellum. I would like 600, please. There we are. Now we can head back. In 3 weeks you can make 6 sky golems. Wow. That's a pretty good turnaround. You have the mats to make about 15 drakes. That sounds like you're going to get a lot of profit with those for him. Got a nice little system going there. Right, okay, so we're done on that. We just need to make Arcana, which will be a whole load of lay shatters. Oh, whilst we're doing this, actually, let's do this whilst we're shopping. Right, lay shatter, create all. Put that down there, and then let's have a look at silk prices first. Hopefully we're going to get some for under 5. Nope. See, that's the thing with the shopping operation, Ignis, is I like to keep one of the lowest ones on. So I'll have to watch out for that when I set one up. But it looks like silk's too expensive at the moment anyway. I bet you Stonehide is going to be super expensive. Oh, actually no. There's some there for 475. That's unusual. So I'll buy that stack, and I'm going to take that, and I think I'm going to take the 50 as well. It's very rare for me to get Stonehide cheaper than... Actually going to take the 320s as well. There we go. Unusual for me to get Stonehide cheaper than silk. How's Chaos Crystals looking? That's the other question. Chaos Crystals. Ooh, this 169. Definitely would want 5. You can enable even stacks only. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you make sure you always leave one on. And I'm going to take those 5 there. Now, are any of these worth taking in decent volumes? What's my Chaos Crystal price at the moment? 180. So really, I think I could take these at 182 quite safely. I'm going to stock up on these, so let's buy those and those. Let's take all the 182s, I think, and then leave those two on, I think. Slightly over my average buy price, but you never know what stocks are going to do in time, so whilst they're low, 'cause sometimes they go up above 200 quite easily. So I'm going to leave those two on. I'll take the 170 as well, just to keep it clean. There we go. So I'll keep the 169 on, and I'll leave the rest. And you can also check who are the players dumping the most of your mats, and add them to your friend list. When you see them leaving their farm spots, go to a city to post their stuff. You quickly set up a wall. Okay. That's how you got your stone hide. So you literally, you put on a stack of 200 stacks of one at a cheap price, and then they just throw all their stuff below that. Okay, interesting concept. I like your thinking on that. Yes, 200 stacks of one. I hadn't heard of the phrase of setting up a wall before until I read it on. I think you mentioned it, and then I read it on the WoW economy. Oh, I think I've got enough leylight now. Right, let's stock up on all of these enchants. But yeah, the concept of a wall I quite like. For me, I make a wall of one because I find a lot of people don't actually look at the price of everything before they put it on. If they're using TSM, they just let TSM do the undercutting. Well, that's what I've certainly done. I don't know if other people do it like that. But then a wall, I can understand you'd have more of them on at an inconvenient sort of like stack shape, like 201. So it's actually more hassle to buy it out than it first sort of seems. Although with TSM it's quite easy to buy out a stack of 200 with the scroll wheel. Right. Walling very important to acquiring good price mats. Yes, definitely. I think it's a solid concept, definitely. We just sold a Binding of Strength. Got quite a good few sales in. Let's have a look at our auctions at the moment. Well, I've collected the gold for some of them, but we got three coming in. Right, so... Ooh, and we just sold 2 Bindings of Hastes as well. There's definitely some... Here comes my others. That's what, 13,000 gold incoming from those sales from earlier. So that should stock me up a little bit more. Do I need to restock on those ones that have just gone? I'm not sure TSM will register those. Oh yes, it has got Mastery and Strength. Let's pop those on. I wonder if it's even worth doing a quick cancel scan on my enchants. It seems like the market's active at the moment. Actually no, let's just do cloaks, necks, rings and tomes. Is this all my gold? I did have more gold. Ooh, internal auction error. Must have phased. My gold at the moment is... It's currently at... Where are we at? 690,000. So yes, this is all my gold. And since my last big purchase of 4 tokens, which is when I had my first million liquid, I'm now working my way back up slowly to get my next million. Not sure what token prices are doing at the moment. They're probably at 290, so that's not too bad since Blizzcon. I thought they'd shoot right up. So that's where I'm at the moment. It's quite a decent climb there, I think, because that's a token buy. So's that. And that one is as well. So it's 3 tokens in there. So that would have been quite high as well. Yeah, I think you're right, Sephorum. I think I've definitely noticed a lot more sales. So I think people are coming back just to sort of reinvigorate where they're at. Did I do a cancel scan? No, we had an internal auction error, didn't we? Let's take these off. Put them back on. Try and capture some more sales whilst I'm online. Yeah, I think the expansion's definitely reinvigorated people's sort of like enthusiasm for WoW, especially as they're putting some new stuff out already, like in 7.3.5 with the zone scaling. That's going to be interesting. Right, we need to send that leather to my demon hunter. And then we need to head back, post on my enchants. You did the same, cashed in 26 million. Wow. For 4 WoW games plus 6 months of game time and some Destiny 2. Because they thought the token price would rise. Yeah, I think they will as well. I think they'll steadily go up. Yeah, it might mess with the transmog market as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I've never really sort of played at this. I certainly haven't played gold making at this kind of level of an expansion. Well, gold making at all for that matter. Right, those are done. I think it's about time we swapped over to my demon hunter and just picked up that mail I've just had. And then I'll send it back as warhide braces. I think I can make quite a few with what I've stocked up on. Level 109. Ooh, where am I? Oh, this was the old Shadow Silk thing. Remember you pointed me to, Sephorum, and I tried it out with my demon hunter. It was quite easy. But I couldn't do the loop around because the jump over didn't work. Oh, I seem to be on Stormwinds now. Okay. It's not too bad. Right, there we go. Let's go through. Let's find myself near a mailbox. Brood soldiers. I'm a ghetto demon hunter, that's for sure. Right. Mailbox. And open up the mail. Fair amount. They remind you of. I've been thinking about rearranging professions on your tombs. Yeah, I think it's good. I like to think of. Let's go over to the Dwarven district. Much nicer place. I like to kind of at least do professions that suit the character that I'm playing. So my demon hunter with leatherworking and skinning seems to suit him from a character point of view, I think. But those are the only professions I've really got. This one with that, leatherworking and skinning, and then my priest with enchanting and tailoring. So warhide bindings, we can make 145 of those. That's going to be a decent amount. You can do profession plus enchanting on every tune to get Blood of Sargeras easy. That's a good idea. I thought of doing that myself, Ignis, actually. Getting the because you're going to be leveling them up, and having disenchant is so useful for getting all the various things. I know you'd have to have more characters to get more professions. if you're multi-boxing, you can set up one account to craft and send, and the other character can get mail and disenchant. That's true. Romain is a mage, has enchanting and tailoring. Kind of want to drop tailoring on him for dual crafting. I reckon that might not be a bad idea for him, because for me, tailoring is only secondary to enchanting, and if I could do all the tailoring on a separate character, I'd probably do that. Just for the braces. Like I'm doing with my demon hunter here, just for the braces and leatherworking. And then send them all to your enchanter. So that could work. So you produce Blood Osiris in real time, all set up with macros where you don't have to press anything. Wow, that's... Yes, you need to make sure you've got the bracer quest, that's a definite. Yes, you'll lose your rank 3. I'm not sure how long it's been since the bracer quest was up. I think it's been a good few days. Have an alt with blacksmithing and jewel crafting, and another with inscription and tailoring. Oh, so they're quite good combos, I think. Humane has every tailoring pattern, and they are real pain to get as well. Especially with the whole Queen's Loom bits and pieces. Right, TSM groups, male selected groups. There we go. How much gold do you make with tailoring? That's the thing. I would say I certainly don't make a lot with tailoring at my newbie level. Not nearly as much as I make with enchanting. And you hate not using dual crafting. Yeah, dual crafting is nice. It'd be nice to have them all and get to know them all. I haven't really explored leatherworking yet. I know I haven't got all the recipes for them. What are we looking at profit-wise? There's nothing here that says a massive amount of profit. But then I don't have a lot of recipes. So that'll be the reason on that. How many have we got left to do? Another 57 warhide bindings. And yeah, you could make more with dual crafting. How is dual crafting now at this point of the expansion? Because I remember Bregvid saying they weren't that great. I mean, yeah, the tailoring on an alt, I think, is certainly doable, but like Ignis said, getting the rank 3 is the priority, because you need that. That's the only thing I really use tailoring for, so that I've got decent levels. The completionist in me doesn't like that. I know what you mean. It is tricky, especially if you collected things. I'd be reluctant to get rid of tailoring on Samadan because of, you know, the investment I've put into it. And then doing a rep grind probably isn't very appealing either. That's another thing to think about. It's the rated battleground. For the tailoring. Tailoring braces needs the world quest to pop up. Male selected groups. There we go. I haven't done a rated battleground for any of my characters. Yeah, so for the rank 3 tailoring, it's just waiting for the world quest to turn up, and then you've got to have had the ones before that. Right, last 12, and we're done. Yes, that's right. Tailoring Brace for rank 3 is just a world quest. I think it's been about 2 weeks-ish since I last heard it was on. So you have to watch WoW Economy, and usually someone will post on there when it's next up, and then you have to make sure you're ready to go for it straight away. Right, that's all of those done. So let's mail those. Let's just double check whilst I'm here. Why hasn't that one sent? Has that one not been added to my group? Groups. Leather, not leatherworking, it's just the leather group. This one, the adaptable, that's a new one. Oh no, not that one. Remove that one. Rawhide bindings, that one. Add that one to the group. And then mail selected groups. There we go. You only started playing again 3 weeks ago. Oh, really? How long has it been since you'd played? I've been playing solidly since probably December last year. We're coming up for a year solid playing, I think. And I had to level through everything. Have you got any invasions up? Can't tell from my Demon Hunter. Oh look, someone's got a jade mount. Does look nice. Year and a half or so. Okay. Right, let's log out. Leveled a few tunes last expansion, then quit. Yeah, I didn't play last expansion or the one before that. And then before that was Pandaria, but even that was just very little. Obviously you had all the garrisons with the last expansion. They were big on that. And now with the next expansion it's all going to be about Horde Alliance conflict. So I don't know how many characters that's going to be worthwhile doing with. Right, here we go. Ah, look at that. Seeing some nice mounts today. Almost makes me want to start mount collecting. There we go, all the braces coming in. This should get me going quite nicely. Is that all of them? Nearly. I think I might fill my bags up with this. There we are, right. So let's disenchant all of these. That's interesting. I'm still opening my mailbox at the same time as disenchanting. Let's close the mailbox so we're not getting confused trying to do two things at once. There we go. Right. Stand in my usual place. Right. Let's disenchant all this lot. And another Blood of Sargeras. Mount collecting is not good on the budget books. Yeah, I know that for sure. I've seen some mounts certainly are pretty bad. I'd like the spider mount, but then looking at the price of it made me shudder. I may have to... I'm kind of leaving anything that's going to cost me gold at the moment. My aim is to have... Where are we at now? We're in November, so I've got my subscription until just before Christmas. So I would like to get enough gold between now and then to be able to buy 6 months of game time for this account, which I think should be doable. Although I did spend tokens on the Blizzcon virtual ticket, so I'm back to square one with that. I reckon, where am I at with, nearly got enough for, I have got enough for 2 tokens already. So I might wait, get to the million mark again. Or let's go probably higher than that. I want to get at least 4 tokens. It depends what the prices are doing though. I might have to buy some more tokens sooner if the prices really start skyrocketing. I'm surprised they've stayed at 290 actually. I was expecting after BlizzCon for them to go up much higher. But maybe there's a bit of a delay. Ooh, and we've sold... we've sold an otherworldly bag. That's a occasional sale. But that's sold for 1,099 gold. That's one of the 36 slots bags. Nightcat. Thank you for stopping by the stream. So what's the highest amount I would pay for the silk and leather to make the braces? My current figure is I would ideally like to buy any that are under 5 gold, because that translates to a Arcana price of 15 gold and a Leylight price of 45 gold. If I'm pushed, I would go for under 6 gold, but certainly not under 7. Anything over 7 gold I certainly wouldn't pay for personally, just because I know on this server, if I wait long enough, there'll be plenty of silk for under 5 gold. All my silk I have at the moment, so I've got 9,000 silk, and my average cost for that is 4 gold 60. Taking also into account the average of leather. Actually no, that taking into account the average of leather gives me my Leylight price of 44 gold. Hey Darkshaw, happy Monday. How are you this fine Monday? Hope you are well. Oh, my light's come back on. My timer works. Okay, 125 silk. Leylight divided by 9. Did I miss a times amount you Leylight shard divided by 9. Yes, I guess that would be the other way of working it out. Ooh, let's go down. Want to pop in and say hi before lunch. Oh, thanks for stopping by. Right, how are we doing on... Let's check our enchants. Let's do a cancel scan on just my enchants. That way you make gold with Blood of Sargeras and the Chaos Crystal chance. That's exactly it. Oh, we've got some undercuts. There is some competition tonight for the enchants. Let's cancel those. Scruggy has gone offline. That's one of my other fellow enchanters. So now's probably a good time to relist. Open all of these. Oh, there's still got some braces to open. I forgot I still had a load more. Wow, look at all these coming in. That's a lot of braces. Here come my enchants. Eventually. Ooh, we're lagging out a little bit. Right. Token prices on EU are crazy. Yeah, that's right. Token prices are definitely crazy. Auctioning, post scan. Right, let's get these enchants back on, and then I can disenchant. 17. Post. Close. Right. Let's disenchant these ones. Yeah, I mean, 290,000 is pretty crazy prices. How are we doing at the moment? I mean, leylights slowly stocking up. Only 190 on US. Wow. The whole 100,000 difference. And it's not like the gold making's any different between US and EU. The markets are still very similar. On whether it's on a high pop realm on EU or whether it's on a high pop realm on US, I would imagine the markets for gold are quite similar, in the same way as on a low pop realm on the EU. I'm sure it's very similar to one on the US. So yeah, we do get stitched on the old token prices, but you know, that's just the way it is. You have to make use of what you've got. Just going to basically try and restock on as much as I can. Probably go and check my Garrison as well, because that's ticking along now with some Hexweave. Ah. Good evening, Shin. I see you've changed your name. I hope you are well. Shin's Tales of Gold. Is that the one you decided on in the end? I think it suits. It's pretty good. I'm sure many of us have Tales of Gold to share. Oh, and we've got a sale, Binding of Mastery. I think I'm going to have to restock soon, the way I'm going at the moment. And another sale, Binding of Agility. Let's just see what TSM says for restocking. 3 Binding of Masteries and 2 Bindings of Hastes. So let's do some Lay Shatters. Collect those up. Listen to some of my podcasts this AM at work. Oh, and another sale. Hidden Satyr. Don't think I've actually had a chance to check out your podcasts, Shin. I have to check them out. It's nice to even when you're working, is to listen about gold making, even if you can't do any gold making yourself. I do find myself doing that at work, listening to anything to do with WoW and gold making. Oh, and my Haste Talidite has a buyer. That's an interesting one. Must be one of Gumdrops's. Sold for 734 gold. Okay. Let's do a post scan. That Ancient Priestess is very tempting. 65 at 2,000. 2 of those. The problem I have with Ancient Priestesses, I've already got 16 of them. There's not enough content to feed the addiction. Yeah, that's absolutely right. You have to live and breathe. Let's get those on pronto. Oh, Claws sold. What else have you sold? Binding of Agility and Claw. 0.07 sale rate. Yeah, I know it's one of the worst ones. Ancient Priestess. What's that? 0. From my accounting, it's 0.07. even worse is Distant Army, which is 0.02, which is terrible. Goblin Goldcast is a really good podcast. Okay, I'll have to check that one out. And where are we at? Sales on this enchant. So sold. So I've sold 54, but I've actually purchased 41 ancient priestesses in my time in trying to reset the markets. So I have been able to kind of do the odd flip there, here and there. But yeah, the ancient priestesses were one of the ones that I really sort of kind of... The same with Distant Army. Sold 11, purchased 6. But the sale rate on both of those is so low. Those two are just not worth doing half the time. And these ones are the lesser enchants that I've had going on. These are the ones Gumdrops had. You only make ring and cloak. Yeah, I mean some of the necks do sell for a really good profit for me. What have we got? Mark of the Claw we've just sold for 3,600. And someone's bought my black Mageweave robe. The others move slowly because you don't do the cancel scans. That's fair enough. I mean, I did hear that sometimes cancel scanning's not that useful. For me, it is. It is for these enchants, especially at a busy time, like on a time tonight. But that's what I've got at the moment. Fairly decent prices, all of them. Although Tome of Illusions Northrend is pretty. Well, no, it's all right actually. So you only use markets that have a sale rate of a minimum of 0.25. That's a good idea in terms of just making sure that stuff keeps shifting through. And we've sold Mark of the Trained Soldier just now. Okay. I ought to get my tailoring restocked if that's... Where have we got? No, we haven't. It hasn't come through yet for my others, but we'll do the enchantings whilst we're here. We need another load of Arcana. Might as well stock up on everything that's selling at the moment. You only want to log in once a day to repost it. It's pretty good. Yeah, definitely. It all depends on how frequently you're online. I mean, I found I got really good sales. Really good sales today. My sales were good when I was on 3 times to cancel. So I do a morning cancel, a lunchtime cancel, and then I'd get on in the evening and do a few cancels in that bracket. And I'd get some really good sales that way. Start post scan. Getting loads of good stuff coming on now. What was that sale we had? Where was that? Binding of Haste we sold. Okay. Let's just check. Got a feeling I might have been undercut. Oh, one of my other fellow enchanters has just come online, so I expect... You love the sales of the old school glyphs. You had to camp the crap out of them. Yeah, it can seem to be like you're constantly just doing cancel scans. Has that tailoring come in yet from a restock? No, not yet. Black Mageweave. It should be in my group, I think, for pretty clothes. Or maybe it wasn't. Let me just check that. What did I sell? It was Black Mageweave, wasn't it? It's got Otherworldly Bag. That's sold. And where was Black Mageweave Robe for 108? Oh, it's not really worth it for that. Love the sales on school list. That's when you made 2 accounts. Yeah. Imagine you would want to do 2 accounts for that. Right, let's just do Check we haven't been undercut yet. Undercutter. Interesting name for someone. How much have they actually undercut me by? They undercut me by a whole gold, practically. That's usually quite disappointing. And here comes Scruggy with a couple of undercuts. So I'll just make sure I'm on top of those. Get those back on. QBTA. Is this Spanish? I think it's just... And smuggling items through the neutral auction house to my horse character. Horse character or horde character? That's the... Dang phone. Auctioning. Am I doing a post scan? I think I am. Yes. There we go. Right, those are on. Let's check prices of things at the moment, because it looks like everything's autocorrect on phone is lovely. Absolutely. Now this is a good price for Arcana. Considering my Arcana price is... What's it at? 1473. So I can get a stack of 200 for 1455 with 0 effort. And 7 stacks of 20. I'll take those. Let's check on Leylight. Horse character, new race. That would be awesome. Leylight's at 59. That's no better because I'm at 44. Move that there. Move that down there. There we go. So, what else have we got? Leylight, Arcana, how's Chaos Crystals looking? Any bargains to be had there? If anyone's put anything up recently. 210 our price is at, so someone's bought that cheaper one that I left on there. Not surprising. How's Silk looking? Anything under 5 would be nice. Nope, we're still... prices are high on Silk at the moment. And Stonehide... we did pick up some bargains a minute ago, but now we're up to 5.99. So that's a bit of a wall there, isn't it? The 77 stacks of 1. Someone's trying to maybe push the prices down a little bit. Everything else I think is fine. So let's have a look at... let's pick up that Arcana that we bought. Might as well. There we are. And now let's make some Silkweave braces. Things, we've got a huge stack of those to get through. We'll make 906. Your Enchanting Binding of Haste has popped up that we need to make. Definitely the restocking's working nicely. Let's fill up my bags with this and see how we get on. So what do you people think of the sub races that are coming out? The sort of like the 2 elf varieties and the Draenei variety and the troll and the dark iron dwarves. Do you think they're significantly different? They do seem a little bit just like reskins to me, rather than a whole race. But they are cool, especially the Tauren and the troll. I do like those two. Whether I'd roll one, unlikely, I'd say. You're looking forward to having a Nightborn. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Nightborns. After spending all that time in Suramar, you kind of like, you do feel, would it be nice to actually play that race. They don't matter to you. No, I mean I'm kind of mixed on that. There's some things that make me I'm quite interested with, but whether I would actually want to do an alt. Now if it was a Naga and a Murloc, then definitely I'd be rolling those. But I don't think that's going to happen for a while yet. What else have we got? More braces coming in. Hoping to get extra stuff as they level up. That would be interesting. Of all of them, I do like the trolls. The Dark Iron Dwarf, yeah, I would possibly do that. Not sure what class I'd be as a Dark Iron Dwarf. I was chatting this through with my son earlier. I reckon Rogue would be good. Snakes MD, thank you for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. So if I was Horde, I'd definitely roll a Troll, and I'd definitely roll a Tauren, because they seem quite nice. On the Alliance side, I'm not sure any of them really interest me. Perhaps one of the Draenei, and I'd do maybe a Paladin. That'd be quite nice. What else would I have? I think that'd be it, really. The Nightborn and the Void Elves don't really appeal to me personally. But I guess, you know, it's nice to have a choice of 6. If you did want to do something different. And I think the whole leveling from 20 all the way up to 110 to get the extra is quite nice. I think that's a nice idea. Pebbles, thank you for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. So let's see if we can get some Bloods of Sargeras out of this. Down to 38, and I'd like to be over 50 if I can. What else is about the new expansion that I like? I can see where they're going with the whole Alliance Horde conflict and how very much true to the kind of Warcraft universe it is. So I can understand why they've done that. But I would have really liked, because they were talking about player choice a lot of the time with all sort of like the level scaling and everything. But one thing as a player I would really like to have a choice about is whether I group with Alliance or Horde myself. I would like, because he was talking about the PvP side, where saying that, you know, you could choose whether to be PvP or PvE as like a global toggle. Well, I was thinking it would be nice to have a toggle where I could say, well, I want to group with anyone. I don't mind whether they're Horde or Alliance, I would group with anyone. Or whether you want to stay faction locked. But I know with the new expansion, with the story all being about Horde versus Alliance, kind of going away from that, which is kind of sad from my point of view, because as a player, I would like to have that choice. I would like to be able to choose, well, okay, you know, some of my friends are Horde, I want to play with them, with my main as Alliance. So that's the bit I'm kind of a bit sad about. But saying that, I can understand why they've done it. You know, they need to have that conflict, and it's very much inside the World of Warcraft kind of like universe. It just kind of, it does restrict your choices. I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm getting older and I like to have that choice. You know, I want to choose not, you know, not to have the conflict. But then, you know, it is just a game, and that's how the game's been designed, to have the two factions. Always has been. You know, it doesn't mean they can't change it, but who would complain the most? Oh, got another Bloods. We're up to 40 Bloods. That's good. This character looks quite nice. Human Paladin. You're personally tired of Horde versus Alliance. Like we know, neither is going to ever win. So we can get over it already. Yep, see, I'm the same, Sephorim. I'm thinking, you know, it's about time we put differences aside and actually, you know, work together. Hi, fine Gorku, sorry. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing well this fine evening, or fine day, or morning, depending on where you are. We are currently disenchanting a load of bracers to restock myself on Leylight and Arcana at a decent price. And now that I've done that, I'm going to check my cancel scan, because it seems like the market's moving, and it seems like my fellow enchanters are keen to get some of that enchanting pie. So, which is fine, you know, we all have our time slots. And right now, my time slot is sitting at the auction house, trying to get as many sales as I can. Perfect. Excellent to hear. Right. Let's post those on pretty sharpish. You do the same. That's good to hear. Fine. Fine, Gorku. It's not something a lot of people like to do all the time, but whilst I'm around... Oh, look at this. Incoming gold is currently at 51,000. So in this last hour, we've had loads of sales, which is all down to this sitting here and doing the cancel scans and restocking. Plus a few extra things coming in, like the Mageweave robe, although that's only 100. Probably can't count that. Otherworldly bag hasn't come up on my restock at the moment. Let's just have a look. It's just pretty clothes that sell. I could really do with changing my group for bags, which has... see, now I've got the imbued silkweave bag in there, which, yes, I could do, but it costs so much in bloods compared to Hexweave bags, which is more, you know, down to your Garrison setup. I think it's better to have one each of these. And so I'll change a crafting operation for those to have one of each of those, so long as the profit's good. Now, let's clear the queue and let's go to restock selected groups. Now we've got Otherworldly bag, which we need. What realm do I play on? Auction house loads so fast. I play on Shadow Song on the EU, and the reason why it loads so fast is because it's a really low pop server. I got to get that Garrison set up. I know, Sephorum. I know. I'm on it. I've gotten further. I've got the Fiona. She's now in the herb area, and I've set her to doing just the fly traps. So I'm a step closer on that. Once it's going, it doesn't require much time. Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. It's just I'm almost there, I think. Ember silk cloth I need quite a lot of. Do I have any ember silk? Bolt of ember silk. Yes, I do have some ember silk available, so we can create 9 of those. We also just need dream shards and some hypnotic dust. I wonder if I've got any lying around. So let's do the bolts first. There we go. Cancel that. And let's do a gather on these and see what my gather operation does. So that's suggesting I buy those from the auction house. Intermediate craft hasn't got anything. Don't think I've got any. So let's close that and buy items. So we want a dream shard. Currently 254% of market price, so dream shards are pretty pricey at the moment. 23 gold is the price I'm really looking at to get a profit out of my otherworldly bag. Let's have a look what my profit would be if I clear the queue, deselect all, and just do the bags. So we're looking at a profit. Well, it's only 648, so I've got to be careful of my margins here. And it looks like dream shards are too expensive, really. Although I do only need one of them. It might be worth just buying the one raw as it is, because that's only a loss of about 30 gold. Have I just bought too many of them though? How many did I buy? I bought 5 of them. Well, I'll keep hold of those. So let's have a look at hypnotic dust. So that's not ideal, buying all those dream shards. Should have been more careful when looking at it. Here, for what are we looking for at the moment? Hypnotic dust. Now we could do these disenchants. There's a couple of those. Well, there's one of those at a quite ridiculous price of 7 gold, potentially. And but how many do we need? Hypnotic dust, we need 7. Can we actually buy any hypnotic dust? Where is it? It doesn't look like there's any available. So I'd have to do quite a few of these. Oh, there we go. I think we've phased. Let's try again. Right, where were we? Let's look at our gather window. So we need hypnotic dust. Gather. Start gathering. Close that. Open it up. Buy items. There we go. Right. So hypnotic dust times 7. This is the next thing we're trying to do. Got to be careful of my profit margins on these though, so I'm looking at these going quite high if I need 7 of them. And 29's my threshold. Let's buy 1, 2, 3. Now we might get away with just doing the 1. None found. Okay, let's just go through and disenchant those ones that have just come through. See where we land. Right, so let's disenchant these. What do we get? 4 hypnotic dust out of that one. 2 out of that one. And 2 out of that one. And a greater celestial essence. So we didn't get hypnotic dust with that. So have we got enough hypnotic dust now? Yes, we do. So that's an otherworldly bag restocked. Not a massive profit, but still, I think even with those purchases, it should still give me about a 400 profit. And it has just sold, so let's select all groups and do a post scan. So then now we can get our bag on. And looks like Breath of Critical Strike has probably been undercut. There we go. Right, let's pop to my garrison. As you reminded me, Sephorim, let's check to see where we are at. I did remember I set off a work order. What did I do the work order for? For some Hexweave. I've got the Hexweave cloth on the daily cooldown now. I did find a whole load of sumptuous fur for a decent price. So that was quite good. I thought I'd buy some at a cheap price rather than do all the trapping, which... There we go, 68 resources. Now, let's check in on everyone. So we want the herbs. Let's see if those have restocked. No, they haven't restocked yet, so they're probably... Get Admiral Taylor. Ooh, that's a good idea. Have I got Admiral Taylor? Where am I going? So I need Admiral Taylor in my tailoring. Okay, let's check my followers. He sounds like someone I've probably got. Hopefully. Let's have a look. So, tailoring... Storehouse, tailoring. Tailoring Emporium. Assign a follower. Don't have any followers with a matching trait for that building. Okay. I'm at level 2 Tailoring Emporium. Where do I get Admiral Taylor from? Oh, that doesn't seem to work. Make sure you get Admiral Taylor. So where would I get Admiral Taylor from? It's probably around somewhere, I imagine. Ooh, sold a binding of critical strike. Right. I swear you had Admiral Taylor the other day. I thought I did as well. It seemed familiar. Right, there we go. We got 4 hexweave cloth out of that work order. That is weird. Not in the inn, is he? Do you find him in the inn? Who have we got? Cook. Who's this? Leonid. No. Don't see anyone there. Or put a request in your inn for a tailor. Oh, can you do a requests? That sounds useful. So what do we do? I guess we need to speak to someone. Who do we speak to? Oh, look, there's Admiral Taylor.
The alliance must prevail.
Where's he gone? There he is. Where did he go? Admiral Taylor's here. Takes a day. Okay. Admiral Taylor, our enemies stand no chance against the both of us. But where do we go, Admiral Taylor? You tell me where. So I've got him as a minion. How do I get him as a follower? Very strange. Let's see if I can throw him on from here. This could be a bit weird. Storehouse, Tailoring Emporium. Add a follower. No, didn't think that would work. So, right, we need to request one. Let's go back over and look. Ooh, just made it. Right. I might have to remove him from that. From the minion. Okay, so who do we speak to? Greetings, Reese. I can assist you in recovering lost companions. I'd like to heal and revive my battle pet. No, that's not what I want. What about you? You're the cook. Maybe I need to... Oh, here you go. I'll find the right person for the job. Headhunter, yes, you're the person, I imagine. But I reckon I might have to upgrade my inn. Do you reckon, Sephorium? think I need to upgrade my inn? I think I do. Let's have a look. What level's my inn at? My inn is level 1. So to upgrade it, I need the plans from this person I missed earlier. So probably, yeah, I think so. I couldn't see it from anything else. Barn, barracks, mage tower, herb garden. Where was the inn? Forge storehouse, salvage yard, alchemy lab. In level 2. Can't seem to see it. Barracks, stables, mage, dwarven, gladiators. Ah, there we go. Unifor inn. 1,000 gold. Okay, so let's. Oh, that's enchanting. Did I buy that? Where's that gone? Ah, that's because my chat's gone over there. I have to move my chat over. Hold on one moment. There we go. Right, pop that there. Learn that. Yep. Put that back there. Drop my chat back. There we go. Not enough screen space. Right, in level 2, upgrade. Not enough material. Okay. Oh, I've only got 198. Okay, so I need to come back. The tailor, he's the scribe guy. Oh, okay. I need, right, okay, so I think I need to upgrade my inn once I've got enough resources. And then I'll get, I mean, it's a good call on tailor. You'd think, being a tailor, tailoring, that would be useful. So I need to get some more order hall resources. So I'll come back later, I think. And then I'll do... do the upgrade, and then I'll come back and I'll do the request for a tailor, and then that'll get upgraded too. Brilliant, okay. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Just keep revisiting it. Right, how are we doing? Pleasure bot. Pleasure bot is the tailor follower. Okay. But the follower doubles the output. Well, that would be definitely very useful, wouldn't it? We could do with double the output, definitely. Right. How's our stocks looking quite good. On Leylight and Arcana. We're getting some good sales coming through. There we go. Welcome back, Ignis. Pretty crucial. Yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely crucial to have the tailor follower going as well. Right, let's look at restock selected groups. Just a binding of haste. Currently, the rest haven't come in yet. Right, let's have a look. Auctioning, post scan. Did 3 level on your Hunter multi-box team whilst going shopping. Wow, it's pretty good. Auctions, absolutely loads coming in. And 41,000 incoming gold. That means I must have some in the mail. With 3 levels on your Hunter multi-box while going shopping. That's very efficient, I would say. You forgot to log out. Even better. Right, let's pick up our sales. That's 9,700 coming in. That should take us to over 700,000. So that's pretty decent. Let's do... Okay, we've done that. Let's do another batch of braces. Get those going. See, I've got so many to get through on these braces. Can't do it all in one go. I'd go crazy, as I haven't got CKS for the extra macro. So I'll just do it by hand whilst chatting to you guys and girls. So always a pleasure. So we're going to go through and do another batch of braces. What's this that's come through? That's my Greater Celestial Essence. I'll keep that to the side. And I'll keep my Dream Shard. And put those in the bank later. And then I've got these. How much Hexweave have I got now? I've got 140 Hexweave. How much do I need to make a bag? Hexweave bag. Well, it's saying a minus 7,900 profit, but that will be because... Oh, we need Sorcerous Earth. That's interesting. I do have 12 on the auction house, so I need to make sure I cancel that. Let's just go over... Cancel that for the minute. I need to keep hold of my Sorcerous Earth. I've been putting that on for sale, but I need to keep it. Auctions, Sorcerous Earth. It's going to be in here somewhere. Probably going to miss it. Iron ore. Can't see it yet. All those jeweler's settings I think I don't need to have on. Sunstone, ethereal oil, buckles, liberals there. Gotta be here somewhere. Oh no, I could probably search for it. I think I might have to. Oh, there we go. That was Sorcerous Fire. Sorcerous Earth, here we go. We don't want this going on the auction house. I need to take that off whichever group's got that on. Probably in materials? No. Enchanting materials? No. Where would I have Sorcerous Earth? It's probably not. No, I haven't put it there by mistake. What about gumdrop stuff? Trying to find where I would have put it by mistake. Sorcerous Earth, here we go. Let's take all these off. Air, Earth and Fire. They don't need to be on there. They were probably done in haste. So that means we can collect up our mail and we should now be able to make Hexweave Bag. Let's put it in a group. Groups, bags, Hexweave Bags. Hexweave Bag isn't in there. I wonder if I got rid of it at some point. Well, let's go and create one anyway. That'll be easy enough. So Hexweave Bag, there we go. So we've got the Sorcerous Earth. We've got the Hexweave Cloth. You need 100 of those for each one. So let's queue up that and craft it. So that's assuming it cost me that much to make the Hexweave, which I'm sure it didn't. But then I did have to use Sumptuous Fur up. So I'm not sure my exact costs for the Hexweave bag. Don't think I've probably, and if I add it onto here as a group, there we go, it's popped in now. Why is the profit minus 8k on the bag? Exactly. I think it's because of the price of sumptuous fur. I think. I don't think it's right, that's for sure. Have a look. Because it's taking... Let's have a look. Hexweave bag. Did I queue this up? So it's taking the price of Hexweave cloth to be 96 gold material cost, which is obviously wrong. So I'd have to go in and change my material cost for Hexweave cloth. It's definitely not that. And Sorcerous Earth. It depends on how I'm getting my Hexweave cloth. Because if I get Hexweave cloth with... Where is it? It's this... With this, which takes 20 sumptuous fur and 10 Gorgon fly traps. So that will be, that's the cooldown. But then how much did I buy sumptuous fur for? Because I did buy some for 1 gold. So if I queue up that, but it's got the sumptuous fur price at 4 gold. So my Hexweave cloth is going to be less than that. So I'm going to have to sit down and work out what the actual prices are for everything, because that's definitely wrong. I have to go through and set my prices for... Once I've got a system going, once I've worked out where I'm getting everything, because the Gorgon fly trap I can pick up from the herb area, now that I've got that set up. Sumptuous fur, I've currently bought a load, so I would need to... I think I'm going to have to go through and I would say... Right, crafting materials. So Gorgon fly trap currently has a price of 1 gold 48, which isn't any of those because I can effectively pick it up for free. If I call that 1 copper at the moment, just to keep that at 0, because I am effectively just getting that on a cooldown. And then the sumptuous fur, currently got it at 4 gold. Now I currently got my set of sumptuous fur. I purchased that, so if I change that to average buy, that should change to 1 gold. So therefore, my Hexweave cloth currently is at convert. If I was going to use... See, there's different things. At least put in the price you could sell it for. Exactly. So I'm thinking the price of Hexweave cloth, if I was to use just the daily cooldown, that would be sumptuous fur times 20. So which would be 20 gold, which is currently what the Hexweave price is at, 20 gold. Which would mean, if I need 100 of those, that means I'm not really making them for a profit. If you look at those numbers, because a Hexweave bag, let's clear the queue, let's just put the Hexweave bag in. So Hexweave bag is currently, you produce 8 cloth per cooldown. Ah, yes, that's true. Hexweave produces 8. Ah, so it's that price divided by 8. So a custom... Right, so let's work this out. We need the price of sumptuous fur, 20 times the price of sumptuous fur, which is 20 gold, divided by 8 is my price of Hexweave cloth. If I was just using the cooldown, that's not counting the tailoring work orders. So that would be, let me think, there's, if I was to put in I'd have to put in the item price of sumptuous fur. Yeah, it's 20 if your skill is, oh, okay, okay, Fire Aid. So 20 if your skill is over 700, which my skill's 800. So do I produce 20 or do I produce 8? I'll have to wait until my cooldown resets to see how many I produce. And then that will dictate the price of my cloth, which then dictates the price of my Hexweave bag. We'll get there eventually. I think I'm going to have to work out how much each thing's going to work. I kind of think at the moment at 2,000 gold, it's still making a profit, but we're going to have to work out how Hexweave's produced. Because we need to take into account the Sorceress Earth as well. I get 20. Okay. I'll take your word for it. So if I get 20... There's a recipe called Primal Weaving. Okay. Is that not the one I've got here? The Hexweave cloth. 1 primal spirit plus 40 fur. Okay, so let's go to my... Let's move this down here for now. Have I not got that? Primal Weaving. Okay, so I haven't learnt that. Primal Weaving. Fur woven into fine cloth. Okay. So that takes Primal Spirit. Ah, I need to get that from Dorothy 2 in Lunarfall. So she needs to... She hasn't spawned yet in my Garrison, so I have to look out for her. And then I can learn that. So many different ways of getting Hexweave, isn't there? It's quite confusing when you're trying to put in a price in TSM. Okay. So what would my price at the moment using just the cooldown? Let's think of this for the moment. So I'm getting 20... If I'm getting 20 Hexweave cloth for 20 sumptuous fur, that means it's 1 gold per Hexweave cloth. So let's put in TSM at the moment. Crafting, materials, Hexweave. Let's change the price, just for now, whilst we're getting a handle on this, to 1 gold. Because I bought that sumptuous fur for 1 gold each. Now I could change this to average buy price of sumptuous fur, but I'd need to look up the item ID of sumptuous fur for that. Or would I? I can just type in sumptuous fur, can't I? Let's try that. Average by item, and then what I'd want to do, can I link it? I wonder. No. Let's try typing it in. This might work, it might. I can't. I have to spell it as well. Sumptuous. That's probably wrong. Probably wrong. Invalid custom price. Yep, that's because I can't spell. I need my bags up. I haven't got any fur on me. Where is it? Okay, we'll get there. Let's look up. Search for sumptuous fur. Okay, item ID is 111 5, whoops, 111557. So that's the item ID of Sumptuous Fur. So therefore, our crafting price currently is going to be for Hexweave is going to be the average buy price, because that's how I've currently gotten my Sumptuous Fur. It can obviously change once I work out how to get some in a better way. Click OK. So that should be 1 gold. Yeah, so that's the average buy price, Sumptuous Fur, assuming that the only way I'm getting my Hexweave is through the tailoring cooldown, which it isn't, but it gives me an idea at least. So therefore, now when we look at our Hexweave bag, what kind of profit are we talking about? There we are. But according to that, we've got a profit of 1,600. Because it's going to cost me 100 gold for the Hexweave cloth, and Sorcerous Earth, it's telling me, is currently at 14 gold. Now I don't know how I'd get hold of all my Sorcerous Earth, but I'll have to look into that another time. But there we go. So that's a more realistic idea of the profit for a Hexweave bag, 1,600, which is worth doing. So what we need to make sure we have now is our group bags. We include Hexweave bag, which we have. So that's now in my operation of 1 of each. So I make sure I'm always making a Hexweave bag when I can. Okay, well there we go. Kind of learnt something there. Post scan. Let's see how much it sells. Put those 2 on, and let's also do, oh, look at all those auctions. We're also halfway through doing our disenchants, and I think we also need to do a cancel scan on our enchants, but got too many windows open at the moment, so let's go through. Do I use the barn? I don't have the barn at the moment, Ignis. I think what I need to do is, once I've gotten the followers from my inn, I'll then get rid of my inn and make the barn. Get over 700 skill. Okay, what for the... So I've got over 700 skill for tailoring. Is that what you mean? Or do I need to get the followers? That's the thing I need to get next, which is why I've still got my inn, which I'm just about to upgrade once I've got enough resources. Garrisons are so confusing. The 20 proc. Okay. Yes. Yeah, my skill's over that for the 20 proc. Which is why my Hexweave I've set to... Yes, exactly. What Fire Aid wrote. Yeah. Can't confirm, but sounds legit. I reckon so. I'll keep an eye out when I next make some on my next daily cooldown. But yeah, it's definitely... We've definitely got a system going, I think. Eventually. Right, let's do a cancel scan on just my enchants, because I'm sure I've been undercut. There we go. Start cancel scan. Thought as much. Take all those off. That would explain why I'm not been having any sales of late. But that's fine. Each person has their turn on the auction house. There we go. And now it's going to be my turn until next time. You have 5 tailors just for bags, and you don't use the garrison, you just make 5 bags every 5 days. Ah, okay, Farad, thanks for that. I've heard people doing that. It's just using the cooldown that I've got. Yeah. Okay. So it's a question of just having that turnover, and obviously if you've got 5 characters, then that's 5 times as many, which is brilliant. Right. Right. Okay. I think we're in a good place now. We've got our enchants on. We've got our auctions coming in. I mean, it's 34,000 still coming in. We've got a Hexweave bag on now. We've worked out how to do all the Hexweave. We made a whole load of braces, both out of leather and silk. Disenchanted them, so we've got some good stock there. The Hexweave's going. I need to get some more Sorcerous Earth somehow. I'll find out what the best way to get those is. What else have we got? Let's pop those there. No. We're at 709,000 gold, which I think is a really nice point to be in. So I think I'll probably wrap up the stream there. Thank you everyone for your help. It's been brilliant. I've learnt loads already. I've learnt about the cancel everything scan. I've learnt about the getting more garrisons sorted and getting everything worked up with there, which has been really helpful. Thank you for those. And the Hexweave, getting the 20, working out my formula for that's been really useful. So yeah, it's been a really good session today. Thank you everyone for sticking by me. I think I'll probably have a look at hosting someone, if that's alright with you. I'm not sure who's on. Shall I just do a quick check of my Twitch, see if there's anyone on? We have Conker's Konzek 89 we could do. Thank you, Shin. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to do a host of Konzek 89. I believe they do a WoW stream. Just check in on them. We're not keen. Focus on the gold making, yes.
I have 4 now, so it's
okay. So I'll just mute that whilst we do a host of, I'll just remember the name, Konzek 89. Actually, I can do it from here. I'll use my chat. So before I finish the host, thank you everyone. Let's just do this correctly. I think I have to move that up. Oh, this is terrible, my interface. Do apologise. There we go. Then we'll go for that. There we go. So thank you everyone. It's been a lovely stream. I'm going to be away for a few days, so I'm not going to be online for a while. So thank you everyone. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I'll probably see you in a few days' time, maybe a week or so. I'm not sure exactly, but thank you and good night. Konzek. Let's see if I can spell this right. Konzek 89. So here comes the host. I hope that works. This week we work on my cooking and shopping list. Lovely. Thank you everyone. Yes, I'll definitely get the cooking sorted. When I come back, cooking will be on top of my list. It'll be about sort of a week and a half to 2 weeks time, so it'll be a little while, but yes. I shall see you very soon. Thank you all. Right, if that's worked. Stop streaming.